Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Borderlands 3. There is a new, giant new update filled with a new area to go mess with, new legendary weapons to get, a bunch of new mayhem levels all the way up to 10, no longer just 4. Not only that, but those mayhem levels come with really freakish modifiers, such as having a giant head, so it's a lot easier for you to get critical hitted. Weirdness. As well as we have a brand new build to mess around with. Now this is not mine, but another fellow YouTuber's who is fantastic at making builds and puts me to shame. Also, I could not pick this build because it's like Torg's child kind of build. It's so good. Anywho, we are going to be playing that today, but this is basically one of the mini seasonal events, so we're going to hear from Maurice right now.
Maurice with death matters. Find him aboard the sanctuary and come alone. Or with no more than 3 trusted accomplices.
Got it, Maurice, you creepy bastard. Alright, so everything is installed. As you can see, our girl has the biggest head. Anyways, regardless, as you guys know, our TDR build basically died. Still really powerful, but just no one's uploaded a save game with a level 57 TDR. I had to steal this from a TDR Amar build, which is apparently 6 times stronger than Moze. Regardless, the build that we're going to be currently using is this one, which is messing with the Bada Boom. Now, this is a weapon that they introduced way back when the Molly 1 Takedown came out, but it was kind of just underlooked because it kind of wasn't doing what it should have done. Like, the projectiles were messed up, but essentially, this thing can summon forth meteors of any type of element. Something that I did not know was this is a chance-based thing, so the higher the pellet count, the higher the chances you have of spawning a meteor. And you can summon like 6 meteors at once just by like shooting the shit out of a person, and then you just see a devastation of splash damage, and therefore this is why this is so good with splash damage Moze. So yes, also the UI has gotten tweaked and changed. Again, this build is made by this person named Moxie. If you want to go find out, just type into YouTube Borderlands 3 Moxie. You should subscribe to him. He's an amazing content creator, but the save file is actually located in his Discord, so you kind of got to bounce around, but you can get it nevertheless on PC at least. But yes, all the things are working hopefully as they should. We also have some new UI changes here. Yeah, Mayhem mode on. So I think we can, if we want, just go straight, to Mayhem level 10 if we want. But Jesus. So I think these are all the modifiers that could potentially roll. So now, what's the quick synopsis of the new Mayhem update? Basically, there are new legendaries tied to Mayhem ranks. Now, each time you level up your Mayhem, you can see that enemies have more and more health. This kind of is somewhat reminiscent of like OP levels, except supposedly it's a lot less shit. We'll see though. But anyways, so there are certain legendaries that can only drop on a certain Mayhem level. So I think for the time being, we maybe should just stick with Mayhem level 5 and hope it's gonna work out. Well, we have to go see Maurice, so it has to load in the instance before we gotta move on. That may be stupid because with that being said, this build does just chew through Mayhem level 4, so yeah, or Mayhem level 4. But I haven't actually seen if this can work with my, like, if this TDR that I got from Amara can actually be still efficient or not. Let's see. I can't. Oh, I have unlimited bullets because I'm spec'd for that. Well, give me. Oh, this kind of makes this fucking stupid then. There we go. Big yikes. Yep, no, this definitely still seems like it can make things happen. Oh, also, there was a bunch of new updates and stuff for Moze, which is great. Moze got a bunch of different buffs to like certain things. I think there's this skill right here now acts differently. This one right here. So now we get a fire rate increase. Yeah, this right here. We get lifesteal and we can move and shoot. So that's insane. So now Moze has some survivability as well as there are certain other skills that got a couple tweaks and whatnot, which is nice. Yeah, I think it was a splash damage skill. Yeah, this. Yeah, Tor cross promotion. Yeah, so it says splash damage plus, and has a chance of doubling the raise. But this actually increases your splash damage, which Moze didn't have any, which was just bonkers and weird. So I feel like points should probably go into there rather than Iron Bear. But anywho, we'll move on. And the main thing that we're going to be grinding for the next couple days is Revenge of the Cartels. Now we're going to go talk to Maurice and find out what kind of trouble he's gotten himself into. But this seems way more eco-friendly than the previous other events, and the way that we're going to actually be doing this. So let's not spoil anything, let's just go to Sanctuary and get to it. Oh, I could show you real quick what our build does, like what the whole basis of it is. Give it a minute. Okay, so there's you. We're going to shoot you, and we're just going to summon forth meteors, and it's nuts and perfect. And meteors are just going to come extra annihilate you. except sometimes the splash radius doesn't quite get you, and it's a bit shitty. But anyway. Also, if we aim, we can actually hit really, really well. Also, we got some grenades, so that's nuts. Also, there's a cool thing that's going on with this build that I didn't really know about, and it sounds nuts. But essentially, there's this one class mod there's been in the game for such a long time, which is landing critical hits has a 20% chance of spawning a micro grenade. Now, if you have any sort of splash damage thing that counts as a grenade, which I believe the meteors do, as well as this, that can basically stack. So you can critical hit with your grenade, this spawns another grenade, and that grenade can cause a critical hit, in which it can just keep stacking and just become nuts. So that's amazing. Anyways, there's plenty of time to show you guys this build, so let's get into it. Wait, what am I doing? We can showcase the build when we're in it, when we're in the shit of it. Oh, Maurice, my beautiful boy, my beautiful baby boy. Maurice, how's life? Yes, Maurice, you asked to talk to me.
Maurice smells blood hunger on you. Good. You will find Maurice's enemies and make them your own.
First off, gross. Second, who's hunting you?
Maurice has made enemies of powerful people. As part of his ongoing mission to learn the Warm Blood's ways, he joined a high-stakes poker game. He apparently has a knack for it, but there was a misunderstanding. In Maurice's world, it is good manners for the winner of a contest to devour the loser. The organizers of the game were unfamiliar with this custom.
Hell yeah, comrade, eat the rich! So now this guy's pals are after you?
The leader of the Galactic Iridium Cartel now seeks vengeance. Already some of his lackeys have broken Maurice's arm and threaten worse. You will find this cartel leader's hideout and slay him. But it is well hidden. Maurice requires the coordinates in order to send you there. Begin with his informants.
Got it.
Roger that. Do we know where they are, or should I just carpet bomb the galaxy?
Maurice last had an informant sent in Ascension Bluff. Perhaps they cower nearby.
Got it, buddy. That. Also, yeah, I can't quite agree with the whole eat the rich or whatever, but you know, Moze, do you? Now guys, it is morning, so we're just gonna be cutting around. Again, this is like my first hour in, and then I'll probably grind my face off, and then we'll jump in, but I just want to give you guys the update about like, hey, by the way, just in case you didn't know, Borderlands, bunch of new shit happened. Definitely time to jump back in if you're bored and want a game to play. I'm also the new legendaries, new mayhem levels. Like this is a meaty update, which is quite good. Also, we haven't been here for quite some time. Now, as per the usual, the Maliwan people are who we're fighting, because yes, it's always we're fighting the Maliwan people. What do you want from me? Of course. There you are. See, you look all different. Like all techno weirdness, yeah?
Better luck next life. Tango down, Maurice. Looks like they dropped some intel.
It is madness. It is madness. This build, you won't be able to see what's going on. Also, that's the nukem, baby. The nukem, let's get out as soon as we possibly can. Boom. Get some of our thing back.
Hell yeah!
I will say, aiming is like what you should do consistently. Ooh.
Delicious spycraft. These are only partial coordinates. Good. You will kill more informants. You will collect more coordinates. You will save Maurice's hide.
Yeah, so Maurice basically got in with the wrong dog, so we're gonna help him out. But why would we go here? Why don't we go to anywhere else that's more sustainable for baddies? Which is, you guessed it, baby, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Athena because we're the same. All right, we're just us. All right, get off me. It's great. It's a great place. Good vibe. Look, it looks beautiful. Just so happens to be where there's a shit ton of enemies always. Also that, mostly that, honestly. The reason why I have this as well, just like a hotkeyed, right, this one, is because we do a lot based on like, I don't want to go through our entire build, but based on the shields that we have and everything, it gives us increased fire damage so that we're respect for all that lovely stuff. So yeah, basically, just trust me, it's all gonna work out. We should go with some electricity. There it is. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna activate our OP annoyance. We're gonna throw some bombs around, do some of that, and we're gonna do one of these. You have Cryo getting just murdered by all those things. Although the OP levels definitely change the game to an extent, to quite a big extent. Is that? Yes. Also, they're like each one of those bombs has a chance of activating a micro explosion, which can be pretty nuts. So I think you maybe are the person that's making him so immune, mayhaps. Also, we should throw this, because that's our health. Keep that health up. More grenades. More and more grenades. More death. Although I will say our accuracy has completely, utterly got eviscerated, so less ideal overall, but you know. Also, are you no longer immune? I think you're just immune to my specific explosion, which this should fix this. Yes. There we go. Sorry, I think he was resistant to electricity, which my grenades and micro missiles will not be that. So yeah, right there. Right there, I think that's what happened. Basically, we just had like a huge chain go off. So whenever, this is the kind of build which is my favorite thing, which is basically it is really, really good, pretty consistent, but then utterly random for when you just pop off. Because again, it's just this random like crit thing. There's 25% chance for you to drop a micro grenade, but that can happen like 6 times in the span of a second if multiple explosions go off. Basically just, and that can chain indefinitely. So you can just see a bunch of damage happen like that. Although that could have also been micro missiles or micro meteors falling all over the world, like so as well. But I would like to keep this going. Again, this build also is the ideal grenade build because the grenade that we specifically use has a chance of detonating like a ton. So us just throwing our grenades does a crazy amount of damage flat because it has the chance of re-triggering a bunch of grenades. God damn it, there was something I missed at the beginning. Now, to tell you the truth, I would feel a lot better with this build if I could actually, if I had a different base mod on, basically. This is what I mean. This is more of a survivability thing, which is good, but I'd rather one that gives me ammunition when I use a shotgun. That way I can not worry about just spamming the shit out of ammunition, you know? But worst case scenario, we just spam the ever-living shit out of grenades indefinitely, because that's what can happen as well, because we just regenerate so much grenades now. Also, they recalibrated a lot of the characters, like I was saying, so we're pretty good. We're pretty on the up and up when it comes to characters being balanced, everything feeling pretty good. Flak doesn't really have any viable beast build yet, which is trash and annoying. But anyways, nuke them, as well as splash damage stuff, as well as autopilot. Go, move out. Also spam that. Spam all this. It's okay, the meteors will get you. I think. If not, the grenades will definitely do that. My grenades will also keep me up. Ooh, it's bad. It's bad. Oh, I thought I killed you. But yes, this is one of those things where you're shooting people and you're like, it's okay, but then meteors come and decimate and you're like, oh, it was really good. Holy shit, it was actually fine. I'm 100% okay. But then also our grenades can micro-explosion missile nonsense, which is insane. Also, die. And yes. I still love our TDR build, but turns out no one else does. So, you know, less good overall when it comes to that, but we're still managing, okay? So I don't know what all the special things are, so we're just kind of making things happen. You're immune. From whom made you so? Are you the one? I think you are the one. Or you're the one that's making them all immune. They just get dead real quick. But I'm not sure if you guys seen right there. Yes, Maurice. Also, there's some shit trying to kill me. But you should actually very, very much stay away from most people with this build, because you will die, like real bad. You're really still up and at 'em, aren't you? Yes, you are, Moze. Although we did go down to quite a bit, so we might die. There we go. Woo! Yeah, we went down a bunch. Your biggest enemy in this build is you. You could absolutely kill yourself real bad. So, you know, chill, basically. And some more of this. We should honestly be using fire, because our fire damage is just so insane. Let's see, just like that. Just like that. Just like that, baby. Hells yeah. I feel like we can crank it up to Mayhem level 2, although I may be getting a bit presumptuous. At action skill end, constantly trigger a Nova. So yeah, the one thing I gotta get good at is backing up, staying far away, because I do like being in the thick of it, and with our TDR build where we're throwing it at our feet and surviving, that went a long way, whereas now, less so. We need to be a little more careful, which is a bit shitty, but what can you do? Oh wow, we can just keep re-rolling? That's nuts. Grenade damage increased, hell yeah! Additionally, enemies drop grenade ammo when they die, warning grenades may be alive. Oh, that's perfect. Well, maybe not. Well, it should be. We just keep our distance. Holy shit. Heavy Avenger. Enemies have a chance upon death to release a power-up that will heal the first enemy it touches. Oh, shit. To drop a spinning trap when damaged? Maurice, I've done it, my friend. Boom.
You have the coordinates. Good. Maurice shudders in anticipation. Now he can send you to the cartel leader's hideout. You will go there and warm your teeth on their leader's heart.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Got it, Maurice. Now, I was wondering, I thought this DLC had to do with money, where you have to like pay to get into the portal, but I guess not. People were suggesting that could be a way to, instead of like getting a bunch of these cells to go to the world, instead you could just pay your way there, which would be nice and actually give some sort of credence to money. But we have arrived, baby. Also, this whole zone looks just gorgeous. Like it's like what is it called? Scarface kind of vibes, mobsters like level shit. Very neat. Once again, I'm into it, but I'm even more into like I get a fresh take with this build. Like that's my favorite thing. Is
smells the fierce sweat of their leader. He is near. Find him and mash him until he is no more. The hideout is barred by several gates, shut like a jaw locked on a femur. You will release it by obliterating the cartel's lackeys.
Got it, Maurice. What was I about to say? Oh, right. Like jumping into this DLC with a bunch of, with a brand new build that's completely different than my own, but yet it's like so in my vein of play. I love it. So I'm like, this makes it just even more better. Also, look at that, ladies and gents. Hell yeah. Also, I like the sliding thing. I'm a coming. A chugga chugga chugga. Whoosh. Very nice. And we got a checkpoint. We also got enemies revving to kill us, which should be fine. Should work out wonderfully. Oh, but I did want to go back to our good old faithful, which is fire. Because I feel like fire is probably better off, or just better in general. But it also can kill me. Yep, see? Ooh, it's bad. Oh, thank God. I was trying to get it before I bit the dust.
Let's get it over with.
More granatas. More, although those things might kill me. Those things will be the death of me for sure. Those like wolf things, because anything that's close to me triggers me almost dying. Alright, fine. Here, have some grenades, you bastard. Trying to run away from me so much. There we go. Whew. So every time I shoot somebody, there's a chance for a meteor respawn, so sometimes that can result in no meteor spawning, and then the other chance is like so much. So like 50 meteors just impacting all at once, making your game have a stroke, which, I'm kind of into. So, boom. And some more fire. There we go.
I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm not sure if it's better to switch elemental stuff or to just keep going. The Red Queen. Give me their hearts. I've seen this before, and I don't want it. Also, it's nice that we're in like the nighttime.
Maurice, I've breached the first gate. No sign of a leader, just a bunch of dead or soon-to-be-dead guys.
Claw your way further, Vault Hunter. The air is heavy with his fear. That's going in my report.
So I think I regenerate some ammo, so this won't be as nuts as I was hoping. Because yeah, the lower my magazine, the better I'm off. But I have the ability where I basically have unlimited ammo when I exit Iron Bear, which wrecks that skill a touch. But what can you do? More grenades, always more grenades. Find them, rip them apart. There you are. See, he moved though, so that ruins the build, because a lot of our damage does in fact come from the other thing. Ooh. Where are you? I can't see anything. There's too many explosions, but I love it. But I love it. Boom. Oh God. Oh jeez. Ew, weird. It's like getting so hot. Nasty. You nasty self. Oh, my ears are itchy. I knew it. I knew that was gonna be where I died because I made the choice. Go explosions. Feed upon all of them. I try and keep my magazine low so that I deal more damage. Cause yeah, that's one of the perks, the ability things. Just somewhere over there. Yeah, you are. Trying to maintain the recoil as well is a bit finicky. I feel like my grenades are much better in terms of damage. We'll see. There we go. Well done. Ooh, and that's one of those buffs that it was saying in the modifiers, that it would like leave and it would buff them up, give them health regen and whatnot. Can I go this way too? I can! Lovely!
Second gate cleared. No sign of the target, but there's a big-ass mansion. Gonna check it out.
Yes, the mansion. They cower within like hatchlings clinging to egg scraps.
Weird, but okay, Maurice. Dropped a nuke, feels real good. Also, it applies a generous debuff on them. Also, I just ran into my own meteor, less good. Those guys are gonna get on top of me, which can be certain death for me. So big yikes. I don't know why no meteors spawned there. I just got really unlucky. No, there they are. All right. Maybe I just wasn't hitting his flesh, and that's what you need to do in order to get that to activate, mayhaps. Mayhaps. More grenades, just to make sure grenades are happening. Also, because this thing has 18 shots, which is insane for shotguns, it has like a high chance of throwing them back as well. And also, it's like almost impossible to miss, which is also lovely, you know? Also, it sounds mean. Also, this is something I didn't even point out. Most Torg weapons have this shitty, like, delay of fire rate, but because this is like a different kind of Torg weapon, it doesn't have that. So the bullets are actually like a hit scan, which is, or almost hit scan. They're basically like normal bullets that fire immensely. Or like impact at a normal speed, whereas most Torg weapons have a huge weapon delay or bullet delay. But this one, because its impact isn't tied to the bullet necessarily, but instead the chance of spawning that meteor, that's what makes it splash damage. So that's lovely. Also, I feel like we can even go up beyond this mayhem level, which is great. Mind you, they're gonna keep having more health, but we can just keep stacking on damage and whatnot, which is again lovely. This. So as long as we're able to cut through that one thing, we're good to go. Now the bad part is that this also has 18 pellets per shot, which means it's enemies like fly around, which ends up being harder to hit them. Uh oh. Where'd he go? I say we should increase the difficulty, but then there's shit like this. Yikes! Yikes! That was super sketch. Is it new legendary? Oh yeah, I think so. A 90 of the flavor is under the bun. Okay. Weird. I think this is new. Oh! It's a hamburger gun? It's a laser? But dude, this is splash damage, I think, so that should work for me. Hell yeah.
Maurice, I'm in. Lobby looks clear. Except for this conspicuously huge fountain.
Maurice's keen instincts tingle violently. There is something missing from that strange fountain. Complete the fountain, and your path will be clear.
We got to look around. Not sure if I'm into this whole clue game, but still, which is quite strange. So we just need to make our way through this and try to find some stuff. I like how we're fighting indoors in this like beautiful mansion. That's different. Yeah, see, I'm not sure this is quite the same. Although maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because we're still doing splash damage, but also we have hit scan, which is like my favorite thing. So yeah, I was just complaining about this actually. Ooh! Look at all of that! Iridium! Holy shit, this is actually really viable in terms of you getting a lot of iridium and stuff. But you just so happen to be a badass enemy, don't you? Let's increase our damage that you take. I'm gonna do one of those. More grenades in the hopes to get a stacking explosion thing. So where are you? There you are. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. It adds up and stacks up. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh, it's not good though. Ooh, I'm gonna go down. Oh, I'm not gonna go down. Oh, I'm not gonna go down. Please, please. Any health, health. Ooh, okay. Yay. Yikes.
Piece of the fountain cannot be far. Sniff it out, quickly.
Well, as much as I love this new weapon, and you know, we're throwing hamburgers around, I love the insanity of Gearbox, but I'm starting to feel like mayhaps maybe we should go back to good old faithful. Yeah, let's do that. Let's also summon this. Let's do one of those because you're a badass enemy. Also, we'll throw a nuke. Just because we can. Do one of those. More grenades. Do one of those. One of those.
Just feeding the birds.
There you are. Oh! The thing just threw a nuke and just committed. What's that thing called? Seppuku? Seppuku. Hey, look at me. I just threw you up in the. Oh, that was awesome. I threw him up in the air and then my grenade just honed in on him and wrecked him. You gotta love it. I don't know why. It's like my grenades can't attack twice. Like, they can't hit the same person twice. I think that's not the case. I think they're just being relatively buggy, but still. Also, I like how it staggers just about everybody. More grenades. Yes. Also, I love when you group up like that, baby. It's perfect. Also, if I sprint and move, I get health steal. I forgot about that. I also kill myself because I end up running to my death. Oh no, wait, there's someone beside me, there we go. I'm gonna end up getting downed immediately again, but you know. Also, I bet if I shoot a bunch and then I sprint, that might give me health steal. So at this point, it's just like, I wish there was like a shield. I think the Rough Rider is in the game, but it's not good enough to actually be worth it. Like the Rough Rider used to give you a shit ton of health, whereas now they kind of nerfed it to where it's like, it's kind of okay, whereas you can still net more health with a shield, rather than just health, you know? Oh, look at you, you got shields and shit. Very cool, we're gonna do one of these, so that we can weaken up all of you. We're gonna throw a nuke around, there we go. Throw more grenades. With that. Oh, you have, look at all that beautiful armor and shield you have. Guess what, I have fire damage, but it's so much that it can, in fact, eat through all of that lovely stuff. And you'll die in no time. There you are. Juicy something, that's what your name is?
That's gotta be worth something.
You are better special. In fact, you maybe are? What is this? Maybe it's not, I don't know. I do have a pretty good understanding of the legendaries, but I'm not that good, apparently. Initiate countermeasures. 5 max health per second while shields are full. Okay. Yeah, let's maybe use that one for a little bit, although let's definitely favorite, because this one is like what my build is supposed to use. But that's interesting. So when I crouch, it produces the shield, and it also reflects damage back at my attackers. But not only that, but it actually but it restores the shield. Sorry, it restores the shield for all that damage as well, which is nice. Ooh, it's missing a mask.
Good. A most supple success. Return to the fountain with the fragment.
Gotcha, Maurice. Maurice is the most high energy thing I've ever seen. It's crazy, but I love it, you know? It's in the center. Oh, no, it's here. In the front-facing thing. Oh, because everyone has a mask but you. What does that look like? Oh, shit, I didn't look at the first time. God damn it. God damn it. I should have been on it the whole time. I feel silly. Like a stupid asshole. Well, dicks. Okay.
You're an expensive problem.
Yay! Let's do one of these and one of these. Drop some nukes, as well as get you more damage up, whatever it's called. You take more damage. I'm not sure if I'm actually hitting any of you, which is quite annoying.
Serving up fresh, hot death.
But apparently, if I do one of those, which I don't think is good for the build at all, but apparently I also have more shield, because apparently that was one of the annoyance, which is very cool. Now I could use my cryo version, or not cryo, sorry, my corrosive, which would probably be the best, but I don't know.
Take a dip and cool off. Somebody doesn't get out of me.
Rooster? Oh, hello, Rooster. I feel like, as much as I'm into the new legendaries, probably not best to divert from the build, right now at least. I'm just gonna keep doing one of these. I'm gonna do some of those. Make you all soak up all the damage. Now we're gonna do this. We're just gonna lay into you. Uh-oh. This. Anything, please die. Anything, please die. Thank you. Yikes. Keep grenades up. That's how we survive. Alright, so this should now start to deal a good bit of damage. Actually, I don't know what happened to you. We got another. Why do we got two cry? Or yeah, weird. Trying to melt you. Flash slap? Flesh slap? Oh no, fish slap, sorry. Oh, I know you drop a grenade, I believe, because I seen a fish grenade that bounces and shit. Very neat. And I want you to die, very much. So I feel like they're just kind of introducing us to all these bosses, and now we're gonna have to fight him, and he's probably gonna be the last one, mayhaps. Oh, this is perfect for this weapon. Oh, I just vomited in my mouth. More enemies be spawning. More deaths need to be happening. Throw some of that. More. More. It's bad. It's a nightmare. It's a big fucking nightmare. Please die, thank you. More grenades. More grenades. On top of more grenades. And more grenades. I think a radiation equivalent to this would probably be best. Oh, the dude finally came out. Is that you? That is you. Well, we should probably switch to this. There we go. Look at that corrosive melt. Maybe we should actually make this much better by doing this. Although I wish there was a way to quickly exit Iron Bear. From my knowledge, there is nothing like that. And even though, yeah, see, even, oh my god. Talk about getting melted, dude. Holy. That's lovely. Oh, now you're up and at him. And that should do it. No, maybe not. You got resistances out of nowhere. More and more of this. Switch to the better variant. Fire should do it. Yep.
It is done, and Maurice is safe. For now. Return to Maurice so Maurice may tie up loose ends.
Yes, Maurice.
Seriously, you know how that sounds.
Maurice awaits your return.
Gotta love Moze. What do you call it? While action skill is active, reduce all incoming damage by a small amount. Weird. So they're weirding the words are changing a little bit for that. I think this is the same. Yeah, this is that's not new. Oh, I'm really more of a pie person. Okay, what does it say at the bottom there? Yeah, because any Children of the Vault weapon is usually really, really specific and kind of weird. First of all, 200 weapon damage, that's nuts. Splash radius, made for me. Elemental critical hits can cause a status effect of that element to explode, creating a nova that deals 500 of that status effect damage. Holy shit, also this is radiation. That's nuts. Oh my god, is this an anointment or is that just? I feel like that. I think this is just one of the OP level 6 anointments. So this is just one of the really, really strong anoints. But this is a rocket launcher, yeah. So that's definitely an anointment. But that's insane. Getting a headshot does that much? Or yeah, Jesus. What do you want from me? What is this? Is this that fish grenade? No, it's the fastball. Action skill is active. Grenade damage is increased by 50. Oh, shit, that could be really good for, I'm taking that. That could be really good for Flak if he activates Fade Away and just throws at an enemy. I mean, it would be better for Moze if Moze had an action skill that didn't, rip apart her stuff. So she spends, 90% of the time in Iron Bear and then leaving Iron Bear, so it'd be nice if they upload another skill tree eventually at some point, because they were saying they were gonna do stuff like that. And rather than introducing new characters, just instead introduce new talent trees into the existing characters. So it'd be nice if they had one like that, where Moze could literally just summon Iron Bear, and then he'd be on autopilot mode. But it would be cool if Iron Bear was literally, how do I put it, like a sentinel. Like, you know how Mollywand can summon forth this different kind of that giant monster. Also, it would be a cool callback to a Gage character where you could summon basically a death trap. That'd be so sick. Anyways, what does this do? I want to shoot it. But Maurice, my friend.
Now you will accept Maurice's payment for your help.
See, that's way better. Next time, lead with that.
Maurice has much currency from devouring many wealthy foes in poker. Maurice may need your services again soon. Return to Maurice if you hunger for work.
That I do. Unless... Wait, can we just go back into it? Well, before we try that, that's amazing if we can. That'd be them listening to the community heavily. If you just go back in and grind, go back in and not just sit there and be stuck, that'd be amazing. Anyways, you guys would be like, what are you doing, Grant? I'm lost, but we're also going here. There's one of the things they also upgraded and gave us is more SDUs, baby. More backpack space. 3 million, easy. Apparently not, because it costs a lot. Actually, ooh, goddamn. I do want to use this though, and just see what it's like, because I don't know how bad it's gonna be, or potentially how good. Wait, what? So it explodes with multiple projectiles, and it doesn't matter if you hit. Oh, this is gonna be really good. Although it seems like it does have a pass-through. If you want all 4 explosions to hit, you probably have to be at a perfect range. Interesting. Although I regenerate ammunition, baby, and that could be nuts with a bazooka like this. But can I just go into it? I can. Now will it just be like, all right, whatever, doesn't matter, or could we just keep going? Well, because we're dealing with like the gambling kind of scene, could you just pay your way getting the 30 checkpoint things? I just want to use this weapon and then we'll call it. Although again, if this is the case, if enemies are still here, I don't know if bosses will be here. No. So that's what Maurice meant.
Need a password to get in. Type it in right there. I don't make the rules. Sorry, buddy, that ain't the password.
The gate is locked. You will require more decoder rings from the cartel's informants.
Damn it. There's gotta be like a skip too. People are gonna find out some way to get past this shit by like doing a weird ledge jump or some shit. Hot damn. Oh, that's nice. I think we actually can leave and just enter here. Like this is its own place now. So if I headed per se, maybe to Athena's, still not as like, it's not a way to like, hey, you know how money's basically pointless? Well, here's a way to basically have there being a point to money for you to quickly farm. So if you should grind some money or put on a grenade to get cash, XYZ. Yeah, but I do want to see if, in fact, it is there. I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's very cool, at least. So then you just grind, then you jump back. It's still kind of a thing where you have to disconnect in order to grind and to like farm. But the drop chances seem to be pretty good on like just the first run. I got 2 or 3. Now again, that is like you want the best anointment and all that stuff. I did say we would show this thing off, so let's go ahead and do that. Also, it's radiation based, but I think the thing that we got on here is like the very like the bottom modifier. I'm pretty sure that's one of the new anointments, and that seems nuts. Where you getting a critical hit headshot just melts a person with elemental damage. Like hell yes, that sounds amazing. Anyways, let's try this thing out. I mean, it's looking pretty sick. I'm not sure if it's doing a bunch of damage.
That's just what I do.
I think it is, actually. Holy shit. Hell yeah.
Oh, you're gonna
Also,
die.
I can have unlimited shots if I just do
Better
this.
luck next life.
So there is this person right here. I just keep shooting over there. It's like a salvo. Oh, but it does have some drop. It does have some drop, but it doesn't fucking matter. Holy shit. What is this thing? It's so nuts. Also, I'm not even close to losing ammunition, which is so sick. Also, it doesn't seem to be getting that hot. Like, I'm spamming the shit out of it, and it's not, like, overheating too much. See, right there, it just did, which all I gotta do is do some of that, and now I'm revving to go again. Pretty nuts. Okay, so at least the new weapons are godly, which is sick. Then again, we may have just found like a super good version of it, because the fact that this thing is like it just explodes so many times, and it seems, and I think it depends if the projectiles count as a grenade, then they can just crit by association, because I have a skill that does that. But then again, it still has a thing where I can aim and get a headshot. But regardless, that's nuts. So if we get, yeah, it's like Nova on top of Nova, and whenever we cause splash damage, or sorry, a critical hit, it has a chance of dropping a grenade. So getting critical hits has a chance of dropping grenades. So that could be nuts. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. This has been awesome. There will be another video on this, hopefully when I'm a little bit more into it. But as of me, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, grind this, probably listen to a podcast. Seems like a fucking fantastic time. I love these kind of events in Borderlands, especially ones like this where it's pretty chill. It's not like a whole DLC where I kind of gotta bite my tongue because most of it's dialogue if I'm making videos on it. You can just talk your guys' ear off and just gush about the build that we're playing. Thank you guys so much for your time. Subscribe button below me, as well as 2 videos to my far right. Thank you so much for your time, and goodbye.